Hey guys, what is up, and welcome back to another video. Today we are here for episode number 86 of Goattville Updates, and here we are once again at the stadium, just getting some more progress done, and we've done quite a lot since the previous episode. In the last one we were just sort of working on some of these lower decks here, but we've managed to get them going a little bit over this way. I brought them around this far out, and we're gonna have to sort of figure out how we're going to have it go up, because it's not quite the same way, structured the same way on the other side. So we're gonna need to sort of figure out how we're gonna do this. I think we'll just sort of have this first row go over and then sort of have a larger wall, so that way we can have a bit of a larger wall back here. Aside from that, we also got some of the upper decks and this little middle one ready on the other side too, so that way I just need to go through and fill it all in, and of course put in all the little rows which go through. I managed to put some through here, so I know exactly where I need to put them, but of course we still need to do everything on the upper decks, which I think is going to be probably the most difficult, simply because you're just at such a larger scale and you got to deal with these tunnels, which is not anything that we've really done so far. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge, but I think we can do it. Also put that little awning over there, so the two sides, at least in how they're going to be laid out, it's pretty much identical on both sides. We just need to fill it in. But yeah, we also got this little thing in the middle. You may have noticed this and thought of, wondered what this could be for, and this was just, I was testing to see how bad the little diagonal is going to get right here. And it's not the worst thing. I mean, if you can like imagine the curve going around like that, it doesn't look like it'd be that noticeable, but it probably would be kind of octagonal looking. So I think we're going to sort of put something up here towards the top, so right behind the field right here, it's not going to be completely filled in with seating, and we're going to instead put some more of those the media and broadcasting rooms, because originally we were going to have them here, just sort of going across the back here at this curve. There were going to be two floors like they normally are, but if we just have one floor, it sort of is going to completely take up all the space here if we decide to make another one. And I kind of want to have this little walking space back here, just because it's really nice, connected to the back or to the front entrance. So I think that'd be the best thing to have right there. So we're going to just have one floor there, and then we're going to have a second row of them up here, which are going to like connect straight down to the seating right here. So it can sort of minimize the noticeability of that curve right there. And I think it could just be a pretty good view of the stadium from here. So I think that'd be a good little thing to add. But most notably, we've started on the interior, and this is all just still in the planning phase right now, but I think it's definitely a good place to start. I went through a couple variations to try and figure out the best way it would work, and this is sort of the best way that I could figure it out. So it's a little bit strange, definitely not anything that I think is very common in most stadiums, but I kind of like the way that it's structured. You're just going to have this hallway, this little alley, or what would you call it, just a little walkway, I guess, which is just will take you around the stadium, and it's just on this lower floor, not connected to the seating or anything, and on the sides you'll have things like restaurants, and we just got like a little template for a restaurant right here. And then on this side we'll have things like some larger scale stores, like this one's going to be a gift shop. And as for the interior, the farthest I've gotten is just the color of it, which is going to be sort of like this wooden kind of style like that. So yeah, it's going to be kind of annoying having to fill in all these little separate shops. It'd be like the shopping mall all over again, but I mean, that was 5 years ago. I'm pretty sure I recovered from that. Yeah, and then some of these other ones will be like restaurants, and of course with these doors they'll have connection to outside, so you can access them not just from within the stadium. So yeah, I think that'd be a little interesting thing to have there. And then we're gonna have sort of these areas where we'll have stairs or more like a ramp, which I think will be a bit nicer because it's a bit more open, which will take you up to these upper levels, and this is sort of how you navigate to all the seating. And you get across this area through these bridges, which I don't know if I'm going to make them more frequently, or more frequent in terms of in terms of how much they're going to be repeating. Right now I'm just sort of lining them up with these aisles right here, so that seems a little bit symmetrical, and I think that so far we're doing pretty good with how they're spaced out, but I think this is pretty good. We're going to have like maybe some small little kiosks, some little food stands around here, but mostly it's just going to be left open for people to just walk around, and then just you'd walk over here, and then there'd be some sort of stairs on this side that would get you down to the lower levels or the upper levels, because we also got some of the planning here for how you're going to get to these areas. So we got this sort of managed to perfectly line it up. It's a little bit distorted, but it's not going to be a ramp or something like how these bridges are, because I needed to translate this to, you know, how low that these windows went down. So yeah, it's not going to be based on that. It's instead just going to be like different levels, sort of like different little terraces which go up inside of these like individual rooms right here, and then there'll be like the hallway outside of it, which will all be flat. So that'd be a good way to handle that. And then the next floor, I don't know, we haven't gotten to this yet, but it's probably just going to be just a simple small hallway which just goes around. We're not going to be putting too much at the upper levels. We're just going to need to find some way to fit in both the hallway and the stairs which get up to them. And I think as we get to areas that like these, we're definitely going to be needing these spaces and to be able to get all the way up here. Yeah, but aside from that, I think we pretty much covered everything that I've done. I've just sort of done small bits of work on all different parts of it, just trying to get as much done as possible, but then also trying to get started on newer things within the stadium, because I think I've spent probably around 3 or 4 episodes working just dedicated on the seating, so that's why I'm going to try and branch out to other parts. But this is just a massive project, and it's probably going to take a while before I get to, you know, a lot of variety in terms of the topics of these videos. But yeah, that will be it for this video. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye!